One of the things that land art artists, many of them do, is to try to make a communication with the environment. And the second thing is that this is not a work that you can pack together or show in a gallery or show in a museum. You have to go to the chosen place to see it. And that's also things that land art artists tend to use this technique.
Previously, artists had a relatively short time getting to know the island. Artists come, get to know the sites, the island, and create work within 1 week. That's pretty tough for the artist. The artist has not still chosen their sites. This is why they're here now, gathered in Kjerringøy for a some weeks to learn about the sites and to get to know the island, and also to take part in workshops given by artisans, and also to give workshops.
So what we wanted to do was to open up so we could work from, it's from this area I've chosen and all the way to Os. That's, I don't know if it's 10 kilometers or something. I didn't have any money. I just wanted to make something that I would like to go to myself. So I've invited some French artists, and yeah, we were just 10 to start with, and I got 10,000 kroner from Bodø kommune to do this. And the whole community were very gentle and supportive, and they gave us lodging, and we borrowed the youth house, and they made a lottery for us, so we had some more money to buy food for. So that was a very social start. But of course that does not last, and I got more money applying, and in 2015 we also started with a jury.
It's also important to bend these in a good way, so not to break them, but to bend them. Yeah. This is a bit thick, but it works in this. When I come this far in the basket, it's fine. So you see, I'm working all the time with moving these little by little. So now the gap between them is quite even all over the basket, and that's what I'm aiming for. Then I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. And when it's dried a little bit, I can probably push it more together like that. So then I put it in water like that.
As in the beginning, I just accepted the first ones that had the level of education. I didn't judge much and had the right type of education. So after 2015, we had this jury with artists, and also I started to cooperate a bit with other people to help me out in all kind of questions and so on. So last time in 21, I had the biggest budget ever. So I thought, but now this kind of takes it all. It's really, really a lot of economy I need to pull this off. We can just stand on it and talk. It's as you see, a circle, and it was made with 3 layers of these nice big stones. And of course they are not exactly on the same spot, so they had to drag them quite a long way. This work, as you said, is called liminal, which will indicate that it's in between land and sea, or in the point, on the border in a way. It's made by a couple, Don and Tanya, and they have made this circle and tried to figure out how wide should the circle be in order for you to be private, and also to possibly communicate with the others that sit down, because it was supposed to sit up. As you understand, 3 layers of this, so 4 will make 30-40 centimeters of height. And when the tide come up, it would be also just covered. So it was beautiful just to look at under the water. This is a cairn, a bande in Norwegian. It is built by Jens Christian Jensen. He was the oldest participating in 19, yes, of course. And he was a really hard-working guy. He started every morning at 7 o'clock, and then his day was over at 5, and he made this in 5 days. This is for if you put messages in here. You can tell, oh, maybe it's a story here. So you can use this to give somebody a message or something. So that's the height just at this front of the first tree is 178, and that's the name of the work. And the height of the artist that made it. So it was meant that you could park on the parking lot just in front of this, and then look at the beautiful view of Trolltind, the nice mountain, Trolltind, Breitind, and Storfjell.
I found this place, which I found like the sea is a little bit hidden, and I have like a very loud and direct dialogue with that mountain, but also the other mountains. But it's also kind of this open space within the forest, which I very much like. And it felt like I was like Elin, when you ask the landscape if you're allowed to do something. For me, it was like, okay, here something can take place. It's an inviting space for me to work in. Like, I really love these kind of, I call them almost creatures or characters, these kind of tufts of grass and moss, and of course this puddle that was not this wet when I was here, but it was clay. So I just like started digging basically and transporting it to the sculpture. It's its own being now. So our conversation is kind of over. Now it's communicating with something else.